Well, that's the first time I'd ever heard of it. Was in a magazine called Melody Maker, a music paper, and it was written by a journalist who became a friend of mine. Her name was Caroline Coon. She called me King of the Punks, and the first thing I did was run to a dictionary to find out what that word meant. And well, it meant Mr. Big's toy boy in prison. No, I was never that. And so I was very, very furious with her and told her so. But the moniker stuck, and then as King of the Punks, I turned the name round into something I think fairly decent. I think punk stands for upright, thoroughly honest citizen. Oh yeah, I'll be king of that. But I won't be king of the idiots and arseholes that tried to call themselves punk that came after the Sex Pistols. I've got very little respect for an awful lot of them. The bands that I do like from that period are the ones that sounded nothing at all like us. And that would be X-Ray Specs, the Slits, the Adverts, things like that. Things that I could appreciate for being individual and different. And for me, that's what punk was. It was a different way of looking at music without a category. As we know, though, with everything, there's like 1% cream at the top and the rest is seepage. Malcolm didn't have the talent creatively or in any other way to really come up with anything at all.
You're very tough with him in the book.
I have to be, because an awful lot of my work has been stolen off me by people like him. An entire cottage industry sprung up around the Sex Pistols, of Malcolm and his friends, claiming they did this, they did that. It's plain and simple. I wrote those songs. The reason they got me in the band was no one could write. They had no image, they had no attitude, they had no foresight. They were nowhere. They just wanted to be a pub band with a pretty singer. I wasn't pretty.
You were. You are.
And I could not sing. But I learnt the singing bit rather quickly because I put my voice to the way I feel, and that's what comes out. So it's all from the heart. Well, you've got this to learn. If you don't like what's going on around you, stand up and say so. Throwing a brick through McDonald's doesn't do that. Rioting doesn't achieve it. But words do. Powerfully put together, words are the most potent weapons we have. And do not talk like a politician, because everyone will know you're lying. And poor old Malcolm, back to him, by no means of like being nasty, but Malcolm talked like a politician. The good thing of the Pistols was that I actually studied the rules. I studied how a record's made, how an instrument's even played, how the business works, how the press side of it works, and who's manipulating who, and how to avoid those pitfalls. So when I set up Public Image, it was completely uncorrupted by all of those agendas. I learned how to avoid them, and I've been doing so ever since. So Public Image is it's like a university where individuals go to learn the concepts of freedom and what freedom truly means. Freedom doesn't mean isolation from the human race. It means quite the opposite. It means the ability to share with others. And that's what we've passed on. There's some 49 people that have gone through Public Image. I'd say 40 of them have become really decent people, and a few haven't. And that's me being generous.